You're right. An important place like this is bound to have a ton of protective measures and
¿Sabes lo que voy a
mechanisms.
hacer? Ya vuelvo.
Sí, se lo suele hacer hasta ahora, no sé por qué. O hacer run de cofre y esas cosas. Que te pille. Pero la gente es muy random, tío. Se me piden unirse a mi mundo y como que no entran, ¿no? Y yo les acepto siempre. Oh, este se ha metido.
Vale, pues seguimos. Es solo un sitio importante, hay todo tipo de mecanismos y medidas de seguridad.
Abby is probably arguing up a storm right now to stall for us.
Acabo de ver a un Diluc pegando 1.400.000 de daño hidro. Seguramente esté con la ulti de Candance o lo que sea, pero el tío se ha puesto, se ha buildado un Diluc hidro, tío. Dice, ¿cómo empezó? Ya metió 45.000 cuando empezó, ¿cómo va ahora? Y ha metido 1.146.000.
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia.
¿Para qué?
Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
Pues, no sé, la verdad. Prueba con ir a donde la pesca que siempre suele estar ahí.
Exacto, ahí.
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court
Mira el
system.
mapa, vamos, creo que está en la parte de arriba del mapa, en plan, cerca del puente o algo así.
I hear that people who have been charged can choose to participate in a duel to clear their name. Is that right?
¿Has visto?
In which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champion duelist Claridad, right? I've got to admit, that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received. When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back. Real disappointing.
Hey! Don't you understand? You're currently the prime suspect for a major...
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants you duel me too. I'm the kind of student that learns best in the heat of battle.
No. That's not what I meant.
Alas, it would appear that communication with the defendant is going poor. In that case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again. The goal of this trial is to determine the culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
That case had nothing to do with him. You got the wrong man. Huh?
Señor, te prometo por Dios que me parece brutalmente fuerte la historia, en verdad, esta de Comparte.
Miss Navia, this is the
Es
second
decir,
time
el tema de porque yo, bro, Sumeru se me cargó muy pesado, entonces no me mira mucho la historia por encima, pero esto es Fontaine, bro. Esto de las chicas desaparecidas, de que muera el padre de alguien, de que una llore por el padre, de que no sé qué de sentimientos, de que esto dolor. Bro, es una película, bro.
Did you ever think I had any respect for this place's pointless theatrics?
Y está bien hecho, bien... Sí, te lo prometo por Dios, yo no entiendo bien el inglés, entiendo lo mínimo. Pero, brother, si yo lo entendiera, te prometo por Dios que si esto yo lo pongo en reproducción automática, es una película.
Oh, a young
Este
lady
juego
has
deberían de meterlo
charged
algún día en
in and offered
español,
to clear
tío.
my name.
Puto audio.
Fascinating. Well, I'd gotten half bored to death by all these rules and procedures anyway. So I'll
No me
take you up on that
Bro,
offer.
me vuelvo a crear una cuenta.
So, Your Honor, is there nothing
Yo
else
soy
you
ese
want to
otaku que lo tiene en
Take a seat
japonés.
for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted.
Yo ahora mismo lo tengo en inglés,
La
pero
verdad
es que
es
me la comí a descargar los datos esos de japonés.
A mí, en plan, yo si me lo pusiera en inglés podría jugar sin necesidad de leer porque al inglés le sé bastante, ¿sabes? Pero aún así prefiero escuchar en japonés por la voz de Jutao, ¿sabes? Es increíble, tío, la voz de Jutao.
Never heard of them in my life.
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina di Rosula's sister organization?
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging someone is an incredibly serious matter. Committing to the charge also means taking on the legal responsibilities associated with it. And if the charge fails, depending on the circumstances, you may also be charged with the crime of making a false accusation.
El New
Knowing
Billet,
this,
este no va a ser
do
un
you
personaje
still
nada.
wish to charge this man?
Yes, I
Que viene
do.
la siguiente, que
In
viene.
that case, I declare the charge to be valid.
No le veo el esto hidro.
Members of the guards, please contact Mr. Marcel right away.
En plan,
A ver,
es un personaje especial, pero es hidro.
Mr. Marcel, you will
En
not
plan, no te lo voy a decir porque hasta que no termine la historia no te lo voy a decir, porque a lo mejor te lo dicen en la historia, no estoy seguro, yo no me la he leído. Pero tú haz tus conclusiones y esas cosas, ¿sabes? Teoriza.
para mí que tiene pinta de voz, más que de...
Very well. In that case, since both sides have now arrived, Miss Navia, please present your charges.
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago, to the case of Callus the Unfaithful. Only through elucidating what really happened in that case can we connect all the dots for the serial disappearances case.
Navia, do you really think that I was the one who killed your father? Come on, why would I do that? Callus was my benefactor, and remember both you and I only ran to the scene when we heard the sound of a gun. If that's enough to make me a suspect, wouldn't that make everyone at that banquet a suspect as well?
I think there's no point in getting into the specifics right now. The audience doesn't even have the big picture yet. Even I'm struggling to remember some details.
A la furina esta le gusta más el espectáculo, hermano.
A todo el mundo le ha caído mal, la verdad.
I must refresh everyone's memory about that case.
En cambio, Navia me cae muy bien.
A mí Navia también me gusta, porque para mí tiene pinta de 4 estrellas.
Tiene pinta...
On the day of the murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a
Yo he
countryside.
visto otro, de hecho, que es diferente a la foto que me enviaste,
During the
¿verdad?
banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from
Está
the
como un
courtyard.
cambio todo el tiempo, ¿sabes?
When the guests arrived at the scene, the guards' investigation did not. The suspect did not dispute this. Callus was defeated by These are the known facts.
The one with the motive to kill was shot. After that, the true culprit turned the third person into water. Erased. All true. Never. This assassin. But now, since the testimony, however, realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was responsible for Jacques' murder. This is the true version of events. What happened?
Wait, you're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial sea has been used for all these years?
What a great theory. It also explains Callus's and Jacques' respective motives. I guess they didn't shoot each other after all.
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime. You should provide a rebuttal if you wish to prove your innocence.
Ah, but I think I agree with everything Navia just said. In fact, there was nothing in her speech that directly implicated me.
Then, may I ask some questions? In my opinion, we primarily need to determine two things. One, do you have the evidence to back up your claims? I'm afraid not. At least not at this very moment.
Boo! If you don't have any evidence, you should just go home.
I may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people who went missing around the same time, we should be able to find a match. Considering the serial disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful records of all missing persons from around that time. That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette, I would consider... Why do I feel like Farina's acting a little differently today?
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing herself again?
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an innocent citizen in the last trial.
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth is indeed as you described, then why didn't Mr. Callis explain himself in court? If he had testified that a person had been dissolved, he could have... I've thought about this too, and the answer is actually pretty simple. He felt there were things that were more important to him. The dissolving power of water from the primordial sea is an important secret for the true culprit of the serial disappearances case. My father could have exposed it for all to see, but he chose to take it to the grave. At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. He had no guarantee that going forward with the truth would allow the culprit to be brought to justice. What was certain, however, was that it would paint a gigantic target on my back.
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been selected as the next target of the serial
No, yo llegaré sobre las 7, 8, 9 de la tarde.
If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then.
Aquí en Canarias vamos a la playa, vamos a la playa.
All of us would have stood to lose our lives.
Nos pegamos el día.
Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter, but what good would that do? Had this opera house ever given my
Que
father
fui hoy con un
any
colega
kind
y
of
le dije,
confidence in
Isa, y
its
al
brand
final
of
hoy
justice,
como que hacía
Spina
mucho
di
calor, todo el
Rosula
mundo quería
would
ir a
have
la
had
playa al
no
final.
reason to exist.
Pero como uno trabajaba, el
By
otro no sé
staying
qué, el
silent,
otro no sé
we
cuál.
retain the ability to deter our opponents and
Al
continue
final
the
fuimos dos.
stalemate.
Pues
I was able to
hoy,
become
bueno,
Spina di
sí, hoy
Rosula's
prácticamente,
president, which made
por la
me harder
mañana
to
quieren ir todo el
target, as
mundo.
well as giving me more time to grow and
Vamos a
learn.
ver cuántos se echan para
And
atrás.
once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, so you mean to say your father intended to die? That's right. Do you have any proof? Of course. All you need is to ask his opponent. I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the shadows. You don't have to do anything for my sake. But since he entrusted his will to you, Clarand, you should tell us the truth about his sacrifice. So, during the duel, did you believe that Callis was intending to die?
Yes, I did. As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless number of dishonored lives. In my line of work, I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest hope
La
to
Clorín
continue
de
living.
esta, como sea 5
Some were
estrellas, que no
determined,
tiene pinta,
others
pero como sea
passionate,
5 estrellas,
and some even manic and twisted.
puede estar
Just
muy
one
potente,
look
¿eh?
and I can tell if a duelist is
Ten cuidado con mirarla mucho que no monetizarte un ojo,
I hereby swear on my name and honor
Por
as
lo
a
menos, ¿o
champion
no?
duelist that Mr. Callis
Hermano,
never
todo que
intended
como
to
le han
leave
puesto los
Crane alive.
botones, a ver.
¿Los qué?
Since that's
Los
your
botones.
testimony, I have no more questions.
Espérate,
I
espérate.
concur. However, Miss Navia,
No,
Right.
cállate,
What
joder.
she said was
En el dibujo estás como súper apretado, que están a punto de reventar, ¿sabes? Para eso ponle una talla más porque otro dibujo.
Espérate, porque yo soy en Play 5 y se notan más los detalles.
Nada, puedes jugar con ventaja.
Te lo juro por Dios que, bro, los juegos, el Genshin, en Play 5, los gráficos, yo me carga el mapa entero, ¿sabes? Entonces veo todos los gráficos de todas las zonas del mapa y a mí me flipa eso porque...
Sí, no me lo tienes que decir, ya me da cuenta. Cuando yo me estoy tepeando a una ubicación tuya te he tepeado 3 distintas, ¿no?
No, es que no me carga la pantalla, es decir, no me aparece la pantalla, me pone en blanco y después me aparece ya directamente el sitio. Yo ya no sé lo que son los elementos esos cargando.
Yo el elemento geo me lo conozco bien, ¿no?
Al final, o no, justamente antes
se
de...
traban ese tío.
You can also take a look at my border entry records, or ask my friends and family when I left Snezhnaya for the first time. Could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable anguish in your heart?
Seems like at this rate, Navia will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting your father's feelings as he neared the end of his life. But aren't you going against all of his wishes and expectations right now? He wished for you to become more rational, collected, and conscientious, instead of dwelling only on your own feelings. Once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings, and to stop rushing headlong into things, you'd have met most of his expectations.
This isn't just about me, and it never has been. The biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the truth, while that same agency has long been taken from them. The people whose families were destroyed by synth abuse, the people who lost their loved ones to the serial disappearances, and the people who suffered tragic ends due to their sense of justice. Many people's images are flashing before my eyes. I'm sure some are coming to
Y
those of you
Navia,
in the audience
si
as
me
well.
dices ya que 5
And whose
estrellas,
image
con el papel
do
que
you
tiene
see,
la historia de
Marcel?
Fontaine,
Is it a man named
yo creo
Lachey?
que por esta tía entonces sí tiraré porque vi que es mandoble y tengo
So
el
you
cornit
do
rojo
know
de
that
ahí, tú
name.
sabes.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of
No,
someone
ella
I've
también es
never even heard of.
Claro, y a lo
waiting for
mejor
you to
escalan
say that.
defensa también y me parto la polla ya entonces, porque vamos. Date cuenta que Albedo, menos por la espada esa y por el set nuevo, Albedo antes escalaban ataques. La última de Albedo hace daño en base al ataque y la elemental en base a la defensa. Es un personaje súper extraño.
Take it easy.
¿Esto qué es? Ah, es como un evento esto. No, la puta fallé. La elemental de GENSHIN. ¿Esto qué es? No, nada. Mira, que estoy subiendo con mi habilidad activa, ¿sabes? Uy, que te he visto. No más nada por aquí. Ahora que tiene que haber algo. Todos sabemos que tiene que haber algo. Ya dan gracias. Dios, qué sé. ¿Qué cerdos? ¿Qué cerdos? ¿Qué cerdos? Y, como que... Ah, vale, baja la mierda esta. Y ahora sube que te queda de rápido, me mato. Ok. ¿Esto qué tengo que hacer? Romperlo con el gordo ese, ¿no? Tengo que parar la calle. Yo voy a poner algo de serio con el mapa para sacar el puto arma al final, porque el arma de Geralt se está resistiendo, me cago en la puta.
Gotcha. Rain outlines your fate. Huh? Let me. Here comes the catch. Our bond is strong. Take.
Commit to memory.
Body and mind.
A ver, bueno, Estoy aquí en una misión que es macromecanismo por la cara. Entra para adentro de ella. ¿Eso qué es? Yo júrame que me puedo tirar por aquí para el agua. No, es una prueba de cristal, batalla. Saluditos a los que vayan entrando para adentro. Y activamos. No hay más nada por aquí, sí, cofre. Algún cofrecillo más, una sillita en la que sentarse, ¿verdad? Dime que me puedo sentar. No, no, la liaron. Yo, si me llego a tirar por en medio, me callé. No, mierda. Patada a ti, patada a tu madre. Y seguimos con nuestra vida. Para abajo más tenso que una cometa. Epa. Después de tu trabajo, venga ya, tío, Paimon, si no has hecho nada. Si no se puede decir es cierta, bueno, que no esté aquí. Nadie. Tú tienes entonces, no arreglaremos mucho. Venga. ¿Qué quiere que haga? Quito esto, estanque. Aquí hay un estanque muy grande, lleno de agua. Déjate de rayos, Paimon. Todos sabemos que no es agua. Es droga, tío, es droga que mata gente. Podría ser después de todo, estamos en el sitio, de verdad. Si se me hace con agua normal, se convertiría en cinte, pero sí se ve. Paimon tomará una nota de todo esto. ¿Esto era? Ok. Era un flash de botella de droga, tío. Un flash de botella de droga, tío. No bebas de ese agua, Paimon, no, Paimon. Puede ser broma, señores. Mi Paimon no hace esas cosas. Sinte. Un fármaco muy popular capaz de crear una embriagadora sensación de felicidad. Qué guarros, cabrón, vendiendo droga, tío, esto no es normal ya en Genshin. No, Genshin está donde hemos llegado, por favor. Y esto me da la impresión de que lo usaban para investigar. El objetivo del experimento 16 era demostrar las conclusiones de la investigación Jaco Ingol sobre el mar primigeno y basarse en ellas para lograr más avance. El experimento fracasó ya que el sujeto consiguió salir del estanque del agua de más primigenio. De ello, el sujeto 22, 23, 24 se disolvieron completamente. ¿Cómo va allí así, tío? La puta guiri de mierda. Perdón, de verdad, es que Paimon nunca había... ¿Cómo abre los ojos Paimon, tío, para hablar? Mi personaje está como que se la sube todo. El objetivo de investigar esa para de bellario, no se mata.
So that's why he did all of these experiments. But did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane! Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. You mean Vache is the one who did all of these... experiments? So that's it? Vache? No, that's not it either! If that's the case, in any case... Let's see what's written here. Nothing escapes Detective Paimon's eyes. Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to be an investigation report on him. Yep. It's about finding someone to assassinate Jacques and Callus because of a lack of confidence that Jacques himself would go through with it. This should prove the existence of the third person, right? We still have not the old dogs. He can act whenever. I concur. Let's send someone to kill him. He won't declare war as long as we don't touch Navia. Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups. They're all just so... What's all this? Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box.
Saluditos a quien pase.
Oh, Paimon says it too, but why are all these cute things labeled with different... Huh? You mean the girls from the serial and then they were with all the boxes of things, these names. That means... We've looked at almost everything here and
Ya hemos
it
visto
seems
todo.
like
¿Quién
our
es
dreams...
Patcher?
We haven't found anything that would... No wonder...
No sé por qué, pero New Billet me suena a Patcher.
That way, even if we bring all this back to the opera, we won't be able to identify the true clue. Sure thing.
Ese tío esconde más de lo que está ahí en el cuartito que tiene para él solo.
You take that side of... Nothing at all. And Paimon can't even find snacks either. Oh, really? Let Paimon see. Premier. Isn't that Vache's lover's name? Then you found her diary. Aw.
El mejor salvaje de los arbustos.
Diary chronicling their love story. So many! A whole page's worth! But they're all crossed out. Was she unhappy with all of them? The final name she decided on was Marcel. Wait, but Marcel's pretty old. Has this case been going on for so long that he's Vacher and Vinier's grown son? Hey! Paimon still hasn't figured it out.
Vale, con que quedamos entonces en que Marcel es el gilipollas, ¿no? A ver, sabes que vamos a meter preso hoy.
And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vacher? Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Navia! We're back!
As expected of my partner.
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules of this court?
It's all right, Monsieur Neuvillette. Given their confidence, I expect they've found...
Mirar, Brian.
Bye. No se vaya.
Bueno, la pena y todo, mira yo, porque se va mi rollo, ¿verdad? No me enteraba.
Vamos el libro,
Marcel, is that you've always been Vacher.
¿Está hablando de mi personaje?
We've investigated your lair. We already know everything.
Acabo de escuchar la voz de Lumi.
After your lover, Vinier, was dissolved, you kept abducting young women to experiment on the hopes of bringing her back to you. You even created Marcel as a new identity and destroyed all records of your past as Vacher.
So that's it. Even the villains in opera performances rarely go that far. And with that, Marcel's motive has now been established. This information regarding your past also dismantles your prior timing
Marcel tiene un móvil con el que cometer el crimen. Ya estos tíos están con el iPad y todo.
Joder, tío, la Clorin le saca una pistola de la nave y se pone a pegar tiros, ¿eh?
Que sí, que todos están en otro mundo ya. Por eso te digo yo que Genshin va a cambiar mucho. Y vamos a superar todo World of Fantasy y no podemos ir en naves espaciales para otros mundos. Para ser este.
¿Tú has jugado al Honkai Star Rail?
¿What? Ah, no, el Honkai Star Rail no. Lo he jugado, pero
¿Y al Tower?
no me gustó. El Tower sí lo jugué un poco, pero tampoco super agencia.
No, eso está claro. Yo el Tower cuando salió en la Play me lo descargué y lo desinstalé el mismo día porque necesitaba espacio y lo primero que vi fue eso. No le jugué un poquito, pero se siente raro como plástico, ¿no?
Literal, porque es como jugar Genshin y ponerte cuando...
Sí, pero yo lo que yo me refiero es que la jugabilidad, el doble salto y todas las cosas se siente como plastificado, ¿sabes? Como que no... Es raro.
Sí, el juego dentro de la nave es muy extraño. Y como para ponerlo en play es más extraño todavía. Yo lo jugué en móvil.
Y a los Honkai sí que lo tengo en el móvil y de vez en cuando le echo un vistazo por un poquito como
un Pokémon,
tiene un poco de que automático lo ven.
Un Pokémon de estos de... un Pokémon diamante.
At this point, the verdict of this...
Fine by me.
Traveler, please... The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vacher and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover Vinier. During an underwater expedition, Vinier accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in front of Vacher as a result. Vacher learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others. Began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vinier back to life. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel and began to operate a business in Poisson. During the course of his research, Vacher discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria and began to manufacture and market synth. However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and expanded the scope, he came into conflict. After exchanging blows with Spina di Rosula for many years, Vache decided to assassinate their president, Callus, at a banquet. Although the assassination did not go as Vache expected, he was able to turn Callus into the murder suspect by dissolving the assassin he sent to the scene. And just recently, Vache attempted to frame Lenny as the culprit of the serial disappearances case, using a similar method. However, his attempt to frame thus concludes the Oratrice will now...
Decisión suprema de una. Lo metemos preso, Marcel, por matar a su hijo.
According to the judgment of the guilty.
Asesino hijo de puta.
Guards, take Vache.
Good. It's what he deserves.
With that, the serial disappearances case is over now.
We really just witnessed history. Who would have thought the true culprit would be such a polite and well-spoken guy?
We helped Mafia bring the bad guy to justice! He's hurt so many innocent people and now he's finally getting what he deserves! Huh? Are you okay?
Demoiselle, you were absolutely...
The day our late boss had always hoped for has finally come. You can rest easy now, knowing...
Yeah. See, Papa? Spina di Rosula's still doing...
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served, past wrongs have been righted, and it's a big... Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way, I've still got some business to...
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
Ugh, what now? None of this has anything to do with me.
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict must also be made regarding the initial charge before the trial can conclude.
Oh, come on. Is this really necessary? Haven't you already caught the real criminal? Isn't it time for side characters like me?
Please respect the laws of Fontaine. This has always been the rule.
All right, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do is stand over there, right? Let's just get this over with.
Through evidence presented in the public trial that was just held, it has been established that Mr. Tartaglia has no direct connection to the serial disappearance. The guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose Mr. Tartaglia is innocent. We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to... According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Tartaglia is guilty.
Hey! That's not funny! Didn't you just say I'm supposed to be... What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine malfunctioning?
Huh? This has never happened before. The Oratrice actually returned a different verdict?
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger? Do you think the Oratrice might have just convicted him on general principle?
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of, it shouldn't affect the verdict in this case, right?
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale is, by law, the final verdict of the court. We must accept the guilty verdict. Guards, please take the suspect into custody per court protocol.
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a
Y
joke.
esa cinemática es loco.
You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld. Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules established at the conception of Fontaine's court system, the Oratrice's judgment is the final verdict of the court. All I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
Why are you looking at me? I don't know what happened there either. Hey, stop staring at me!
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
She says she has no idea either, but that's impossible. Didn't she create the Oratrice?
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice?
My dearest citizens, did you really think we'd allow... Don't tell me. You thought even I...
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty...
Given the state of things, as the embodiment. If you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, it is only because you've been blinded by the superficial appearance of innocence. Everything he's done, not to mention the danger he poses, all shall be revealed in time. You will come to understand my noble intentions, as well as the absolute correct... Now, having said that, although I hate to leave things hanging in suspense, it is now time for this performance to end. As the lead actress, I shall be the first.
So she chose to make her...
So you're saying we shouldn't put much stock into what she just said?
She probably just put on that performance to save face. As for the truth, it's unlikely that she actually has any idea. However, please be assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal capacity. Just as I promised, if the judgment has been incorrect, we will do our utmost to clear his name.
All right. Even though we feel pretty badly for him, we'll take your word for it for now. After all, he's done plenty of bad stuff. So he should have known he'd go to prison someday, right?
¿Qué tengo yo por aquí? Ya regalar sobre las chicas desaparecidas.
¿Qué?
No, el logro. El 204 logros llevo ya. Y eso que no los tengo todos, tío. Yo sí, no tengo, me faltan muchas tarjetas que dejaba medio.
Yo creo que llegaré a los 500 logros y mucho de la verdad.
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him! Traveler! Hey, Traveler!
Marcel! What are you doing over here?
Stop resisting arrest! Cease, or... No, wait! I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Go on.
Thank you. Thank you. I was being led away when I finally realized something. Where did you first hear the name Vacher? I erased all records of that name. So...
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
Really? You did? You're sure? You met her? But how could that be? How did you manage to do it? The fountain of Lucine? Then she's been so close to me all along. And I just never... Please give me a chance to talk to her again. Just let the Traveler take me to the fountain to see her one last time. This is the last request.
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile? Do you think serial killers get to make requests like that?
Paimon agrees. Why should we give him what he wants when he's only done it?
This request, is it worth as much to you as your life?
Of course! Wait, no. It's worth even more than my life.
Humans. Will they betray the instinct to live just to satisfy spiritual needs?
Ey, los humanos. Este tío
Very
es...
well. I will grant your request.
El Newbiliad, este de los cojones.
Your Honor, I fear
Los humanos son
I will go
una
with you.
frase de él.
You do not need to worry about any escape.
In that
Que deja mucho que
case, I shall
saber,
leave him in your
no
most
es
capable
humano.
hands, Chief Justice.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
¿Qué es el Oni azul, me vas a decir? ¿El hermano de Ito? El hermano perdido de Ito.
¿Quién?
Ito tiene un hermano que es un Oni azul.
Ah, Lito, sí, en el lore tenía uno, ¿no? Que eran como unos clanes y los rojos fueron los malos y los azules los buenos, algo así, lo contrario.
No es eso, sino que como que los Onis rojos normalmente se decían que eran los poderosos, ¿no? Y los Onis azules como que tal, pero había un hermano como que tenía la misma fuerza que él, que una locura. Tiene mucho olor eso, lo de...
No, yo me acuerdo que esa misión me gustó. Porque creo que estaba con un torneo de escarabajo de eso.
Is this the place?
Con un niño.
You said she's here, but what do I need to do to see her?
Yeah, and Vache.
Ah!
Yes, that's it. So you heard it too.
Vinier, it's me! It's me!
Vache?
I'm here! I'm here! Where are you, Vinier?
Hey, wait! Be careful!
Vinier, is that you? It's me, Vache! Vinier!
Vache? Why did you come? You look a lot older than...
It's been more than 20 years. All this time. Only the thought of bringing you back has kept me alive. I must be dreaming. Who would have thought I'd get the chance to tell you all of my feelings like Vinier? You are my everything. I really don't know how...
But Vache, if you ask me, this world would be better off without you.
What?
If not for you,
Yo tengo ganas de adoptar una R
I
chiquita.
finished my law degree and probably become a top-tier attorney. If not for you, I would have continued to pursue my love of the arts, and my works would have been displayed in the... If not for you, I would at least have been able to take care of my mother. And she would not have grown old and died alone. With nothing. It's all because of your selfishness, Vache. It's all because of you.
You... Wait, you are not Vinier.
You're right. I am not Vinier. I am every woman who died by your hand. As our bodies dissolved, our consciousnesses flowed back to the primordial. Our thoughts circulated endlessly within the primordial sea. And we were no longer individuals. But I'm Cressy. I'm Lemonade. I'm the only one I am not is Vinier.
Why? But then, where is Vin?
She doesn't want to see you anymore. Every tendril of her consciousness is avoiding you. This is what you get for your selfishness. Your selfishness robbed us of our lives and our futures. You said time and time again that you'd do any and every... But did you ever consider whether she'd want to see you do the things that you did? If she would despise you? You are a liar, a heartless murderer, and the only thing you are not is Vinier's beloved.
Brother, párate, eres un egoísta, eres un asesino y eres un horrible narcisista. En serio acaban de utilizar estas frases. Ella no ha hecho más que odiarte desde que mataste a la verdadera chica y uniste su conciencia a la Vigneri. Así que es que vienen a un video bien sino creo que querían era traer a Marcela a través de mí.
No, yeah, she can't hate me. Let me see her, please.
You still don't understand. When I said don't look for me, that came from the real V. But on top of that, she also said that because it's her final drop of... She said that because she knew that if you did come here, we will show no mercy to you.
Vache.
Vache? Vache. 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 Drown.
Muere. La guardia descubre que Marcel es culpable del caso de la chica, ha perdido su arma, sin embargo, después de eso pasan varios días. Se cargaron a Marcel, loco. Se cargaron a Marcel, papá, aquí la gente muere y todo,
Joder, esto turbio eso de la profecía de ese antaño, ¿no? Que todo el mundo se va a disolver en agua en forma que la Argentina.
Bro, voy a sacar captura porque esto es una frase que utiliza mi colega que tiene hernia discal en la espalda. Y por la cara pone, por fin tenemos algo de tiempo para ir tranquilamente de compras, hacía mucho que no podríamos, ¿sabes? Que no podíamos disfrutar de algo así. Y pone, ir de compras un rollo. Y después abajo pone, a este paso me voy a herniar.
Well met, partner. I knew something great was going to happen when I woke up in such a good mood today.
Even this weather can't put a damper on the demoiselle's mood.
It's a pleasure to see you both again.
Oh, hey, Navia! It's been a few days. Paimon's already started to miss you.
Oh. It's just been one thing after the other. I've been everyone from Spina di Rosula this time, though. Everyone in Poisson, and even many people from the court.
It's been the...
That blasted stubborn fool. I was right to put my faith in him. Oh, by the way, I ran into Charlotte just after I left the memorial service. Well, maybe it'd be more accurate to say I knew she would be there, and there was no way she'd just let me go.
Huh? So you know Charlotte too? The Charlotte? Journalist from the Steamboat?
Yeah, way back when I first became the president of the Spina di Rosula, she was all over me. I believe the story was called... To be fair, though, it was she was trying to leak...
Oh, yeah! She told us...
Anyway, I told her to make sure that when she writes about you guys entering... Oh, and in other news, I also took Claridad out for a meal.
Oh, are you two on better terms now?
While you were investigating Vache's headquarters, Claridad gave testimony on my father's behalf. It was thanks to her that we were able to turn the tide. I wanted to thank her. I mean, there's also no point in being awkward all the time. So we took the chance to reconcile with each other.
Oh, that's great!
Anyway, now that the... Oh, actually, there's still one last thing I need to do.
What is it?
I should pay a visit to my father's grave and tell him the truth of what happened, as well as how it all ended. And on top of that, just how much people still look up to him to this day. That includes me, too.
Miss Navia.
Indeed.
Sure thing.
And in that case, everyone, let's be off.
Yeah, you're...
A ver si mi previsión es que ya...
This is where my father's grave is. To be perfectly honest, even I
Esto es una legendaria de film.
a long time.
Huh? Isn't that Nervalet?
Y una pregunta, ¿los encuentros, las citas y eso son muy largas?
Una vez te pasas un final, lo demás es fácil.
My apologies.
Porque tiene varios finales. Y cada final te dan... Cada dos finales te dan 20 protos. Con todos los encuentros que hay a día de hoy, tienes por lo menos una multi ahí casi.
I wanted to show my father how much I've grown, but still, I doubt I've grown to the point that even the Chief Justice would feel compelled to apologize to me over and over.
In that case, I will stop apologizing for now.
You really could use some pointers on understanding human emotions in any case. Why did you come to Poisson?
There was once a time when I didn't want... Oh, which is also why I believed that Mr. Callus proved me, if not for his sacrifice. Mr. Callus made the choice, and in the end, a justice that's... So, you asked me why I came here. I just wanted to say this regretted that high and mighty chair in the opera Epicles indeed insulates one from many important things.
Sí, lo que hemos visto nos ha flipado de Fontaine, que solamente es la puta entrada de Fontaine, tío.
Sorry about that. Self-expression is not one of my strong suits.
Yo espero que se mantenga más o menos este ritmo, que no pase como con Sumeru, que parecía que iba a ser hierba nada más y resultó un desierto enorme. Aunque el desierto es como 2 veces Sumeru. Bueno, tanto no, pero es bastante más de Sumeru.
Anyway, Nervalet is still standing around there. It's not often that we can catch him alone like this, so why don't we go talk to him for a bit? If we can't...
Oh, it's you two. I see.
A ver si tengo una misión esta ya, tío, para hacerla ya al directo.
Though outsiders, you helped us
Está
solve
largando
the
mucho.
greatest mysteries in Fontaine, and it would... My apologies. My investigation has... However, I still believe the judgment of the Oratrice was not rendered arbitrarily.
But you also said you thought he was innocent!
For many years, I have been quite aware that the Oratrice does not simply mechanically repeat the verdict that I give on each case. As a divinely created mechanism, the people's unified faith in the concept of justice is integrated into it. Not only can it produce the incredible power of indemnitium, but it likely also possesses other traits, such as self-awareness. Which is all to say, I've been prepared for a situation like this for a long time.
Solo te digo
So when Lenny told us that
que creo que sí que es
from the room where the Oratrice's
un Oni este tío.
I was not aware such a thing had occurred.
¿Quién?
Perhaps that could serve to
Ni
prove. In
idea.
any case, I am inclined to believe that the
Mismo
Oratrice
pelo
does have a
quedito,
methodology all its own.
con los dos
Based
rabillos
on
azul.
Farina's reaction, I doubt even she had any idea what was going on.
Yo creo que es otra cosa.
If we did incorrectly, is there anything else?
Pero esto tiene que ver más con que eso...
Humano no es.
otra misión.
That the sea level does that appropriately.
Es que cuando hay otra misión,
Rumors
¿te
have it
acuerdas
that
la
this
misión que
prophecy
hicimos
is
otro día
written in
juntos,
the last
que
words
hicimos los tres
before
prácticamente?
Hydro Archon left
Ah, debajo del
the
agua.
world before she passed away?
Sí. La de que fuimos a por el boss, pero al final
Speaking of the prophet,
Sí.
if the rumors were true.
With Farina being the way she is,
o en esa misión nos hablan de un dragón.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
Entonces no me extrañaría a mí que el Nubilet fuera el dragón.
Sí, pero es que
Un
el
dragón de
dragón
agua.
contra el dragón pelea.
Traveler. I'm sorry,
Que es la
but I've never
Oceania.
seen anyone who matches that description.
No, pero en
If he
plan,
ever stepped
aparte
foot
de
in
eso,
Fontaine, I'm sure he... Is there any... Your sibling, another blonde-haired traveler. If he ever stepped foot in Fontaine,
yo creo que
surely
Nubilet
followed
tiene
our
toda la
laws to the
pinta de
letter.
que es un
I
dragón
have no
enorme.
reason to
Además,
believe
fíjate en las
instead.
orejas y en las
Is
pupilas.
there anything
Las orejas
else
las
you'd
tiene
like to ask?
puntiagudas y las pupilas las tiene como bajas y eso, en plan, lineal.
So,
Truthfully, that there used to be a special seat most of Tevat's life. But today, what Vache discovered must have been some kind... Indeed. Why would the... To be frank, is there any... Very well. It will
Y
soon
si
be
es un
time for me
dragón
to
tendría
leave.
sentido el por qué puede usar
Prime
un
and Melanie
elemento
do
sin
not have a
televisión,
day
¿sabes?
off.
alright. Huh? Paimon just noticed that the rain has stopped.
Menos mal, final. Yo. Está duro, ¿eh? Ahora con Cassidy. Voy a activar eso solo para tener las diarias ya.
Con la tontería con toda la exploración de Fontaine y eso. Creo que tengo ya casi 20 tiradas hechas después de que me saliera Angela.
Add Astra.
Yo me acaban de devolver 4 con la habilidad de GENSHIN. 4 libros de su talento. Y en serio me va a subir a nivel 9 la esto de Najida. Tengo 33 libros por la cara. Me devuelve 3 y puedo hacer 2.
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need to come up with some for you?
Mira, la última banda donde sea. Qué loco. Por un momento como que lo vi brillando y todo, ¿sabes? Tú verás que tengo 13 días. Yo creo que si saco el banner de, ¿sabes? El arco de Yelan. Y si no saco el arco de Yelan, saco el otro. Y si no, como la subo.
¿El otro con qué escala? ¿Con
daño crítico también?
¿68 o 66?
Creo que este se queda en 60 y pico también, no se queda mucho más. Pero
hay dos modos, el de
66
66
por cada personaje del equipo del mismo tipo elemental que el portador de este arma. Este incluye a dicho portador, otorga una carga de ardi. Por otro lado, por cada personaje de distinto tipo elemental, el portador de este arma otorga la carga de realidad con 1, 2 o 3 o más cargas de Ardit. El ataque aumenta en 16, 32 y 48%, y con 1, 2, 3 la velocidad de movimiento aumenta en un 4, 7 y 10%.
Ahí la buena, ese es literalmente arco para monopiro, ¿vale? O sea, que estos sean del máximo elemento suyo posible, ¿verdad? Porque la velocidad de movimiento yo la veo bastante inútil en general.
Esta a mí es que me parece muy bestia lo de Yelan. Purifica formas, aumenta la vida en un 16%. Cuando hay un enemigo cerca del daño del personaje que lleva este arma equipada aumenta en un 20%. Este efecto se puede activar cuando dicho personaje está en equipo, pero cuando no está en combate, o sea, es decir, que se le activa un 20% más de ataque hasta la ulti, aunque no esté en combate.
Recuerdo.
No, yo creo que sí lo intentaré sacar a muerte ese arco. Y yo creo que ya por lo menos así me queda a gusto con Yelan, ¿no? Y ya...
Yo prefiero priorizar la segunda, la verdad.
A mí tampoco
que la veo
me importe, porque no me hace falta más recarga tampoco en el equipo.
Claro, en el equipo en general tampoco me hace falta mi recarga, porque sintió literalmente la batería suprema en mi caso. Y ahí también voy con Bene normalmente y cosas así, pero aún así me gusta tener sobre recarga siempre, ¿sabes?
Yo te digo, así a eso por ejemplo no le sirve. El AC1 no me recarga mucho más tampoco.
Yo ahora mismo de 2 elementales recargo la ortiga de Yelan con 250 de recarga que tiene. Y no quiero esperar 10 segundos y otros 10 segundos, ahora quiero hacer pipí y ya está, y ya tengo la ortiga cuando quiera y como quiera. A ver, que yo creo que no me va a salir ni de coña, ¿sabes? O si me sale perder el piti porque mi suerte es así. No, si lo pierdo tampoco me voy a poner triste. O tengo la asegurada para el que venga después, ya sea ajustado o focador, no. El Gustavo fue un personaje que me esquipeó muy basto, la verdad. Y le tiré a su banner, me tocó una Jin, creo, un Deluxe, no me acuerdo. Y después de eso me fui al de arma porque tenía más pity y con los dos que me quedaban los tirar de arma y me salió el báculo. y se lo puse a Son Lee. Y cuando mete crítico los meto fuerte, pero mete crítico cada 2 años porque no tengo probabilidad apenas. Pero bueno, está guapo.
De un colega con un Son Lee de 80k de vida. Yo no sé cómo lo hacen muchas veces la gente con los personajes. ¿Qué es lo que le rampan al personaje para tener tanta vida? La suerte que tienen que tener los artefactos para que les toque tanto porcentaje de vida. Después tengo otro con un hilo con casi 90.000 de vida.
Nah, gente. En realidad la vida si te sale porcentuada siempre te puede sacar más o menos fácil.
Sí, pero es que encima si se lo mete a un personaje que ya escala en vida, tío.
Ahora por eso se lo meto. He visto a Yelan en 50k de vida por la cara, que no lo entiendo ni yo, la verdad. ¿Qué mete más? ¿Una Yelan full vida o una Yelan bien proporcional?
Entre comillas, porque pega bastante el full vida.
Es que en realidad no sería mala, ¿no? Hacer una Yelan con 4 artefactos de vida prácticamente. La flor, la copa... Bueno, la copa no me gusta que le pondría hidro. Pero el casco y el reloj no me gusta full vida. Como suficiente que pega interesante. De hecho, podría hacer la prueba yo ahora mismo, porque tengo artefactos de sobra de vida. Subidor 20.
Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword. Rain cutter.
Things are about to get dicey.
Sharing my knowledge. Committed to memory.
Enraged curse will not absolve you! You stand upon your tomb, though you know it not.